Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about your vibrational state concerning money. Now, first I need to explain what a vibrational state is, because many people will go, "Oh, that vibration stuff, that's just New Age." No, it's not. It's basic science. Everything, literally everything vibrates in the physical world. There's a vibrational frequency that you're putting out. Each of your organs puts out a slightly different frequency. Your brain has different brainwave frequencies that directly correlate to different states of the brain, whether you're in sleep or whether you're highly focused and productive. Everything in our existence vibrates. From the solid object you see that looks like it's standing still, looks like it's not moving, there is movement at a subatomic level. There's vibration. But humanity has known this forever. They just never called it vibration. They didn't know exactly vibration, but they called it certain things. They talked about an attitude. They talked about a mentality. They talked about a mindset. These are all things to reflect vibrational states. Different wording for talking about what you're vibrating at. And when it comes to money, many people are vibrating at a low level because they've been taught by religious leaders that money's the root of all evil because those people can't read their Bibles. They don't know what they're talking about. The scripture doesn't say that money's the root of all evil. The scripture doesn't say money's bad at all. The scripture says that the love of money is the root of all evil. The idea there being all kinds of evil, because people do things that are evil not just for money. They do it for power and other things. The point is that when you're focused on money alone, and money becomes your God, money becomes an idol in your life, you'll do all kinds of evil things to get more of it. And in that passage in 1 Timothy chapter 6, where people like to misquote it and say money is the root of all evil, where it says that the love of money is the root of all evil, it tells you why. Because we are to trust in the living God who richly gives us all things to enjoy. Now, if God gives you richly, liberally, abundantly, freely all things to enjoy, money's all part of all things. But when you've been taught and trained in this way that money's bad, or wanting more money is somehow a negative thing, or becoming great and successful and getting riches and wealth, that's a bad thing because you must be stealing from someone else. Those are all low vibration ideas. First thing, they're lies, but they prevent you from bringing in more money into your own life. We live in a world where money purchases your goods. You can't go to a store and trade them some gold for a loaf of bread. They require money. That is the trading system we have in every civilized nation. That's the trading system that is developed. There's some sort of currency, whether it be electronically transacted or it's physical paper or coins or whatever it may be. But money is a gift from God. The scripture talks in Ecclesiastes about the man who God gives wealth and riches and the power to enjoy them, to eat the fruit thereof. That is the gift of God. That's not what religious leaders will tell you. They tell you be afraid of money. They tell you be worried about money. They tell you don't want to have too much of it because then you'll forget God. That's nonsense. There are plenty of poor people in the awful parts of each major city who are stealing, killing, and robbing each other, and they're poor. You think if they had more money, that's going to make them worse than they already, which they're already the worst they could possibly be? In many cases, it'd make them better. How often has someone went from selling drugs and murdering and doing all these evil things, reformed themselves, and got more money and became a better person? Now, it's not the money making them a better person, but the reality is a lack of money brings a lot of evil into people's lives. The desperation, that low vibrational state, causes people to do things they would never do otherwise. It causes the woman to go out and prostitute herself when she would not do that if she had enough money. It causes the young man to go out and rob someone when he wouldn't do that if he had money. And I'm not excusing those people saying, well, oh, it's just because they don't have money they do those evil things. No, they're evil people. And the lack of money draws that out of them, the evil that's already in their hearts. But the reality is, many of those crimes, many of those evil acts that are being committed wouldn't be committed if those people had more money. And many people's sufferings in life are a result of a lack of money. The statistics show that many marriages, actually most, that go to a divorce do so because of financial issues. My friend, you got to change your vibrational state about money. You can't go listening to the world, listening to the church, whoever's telling you nonsense about money, to be afraid of it. Although, magically the church that believes money is so evil, they're happy to take your money. They're happy to lie to you and tell you that you need to tithe money to them. They sure are happy to take your money, but then they shun prosperity. Oh, that's that health and wealth gospel. Oh, that's that prosperity gospel. What other gospel is there? Your poverty gospel? Is that the gospel? No, the scripture says that Jesus became poor that we through his poverty might be rich. There's nothing wrong with being financially successful, having an abundance. This is not so you can consume it upon your own lust, but you can give, you can be a blessing, you can create things, you can build businesses that hire people, give them employment, and help families for generations. You need to change your vibrational state toward money. Change your attitude, your mindset about it. Realize that it's a blessing of the Lord. You know, one of the first forms of money that humanity used, that we still use to this day, is gold. And in the beginning, and read Genesis chapter 1 and 2, God's creating all these things. He's calling them good. One of them is the gold. And he says it was good. Directly saying that money is good. Money's not evil. Money's not bad. It doesn't make you bad or evil. That's something that's just within you already. If money makes you a worse person, it's because you already were that worse person. You just didn't have the funds to kind of enact a lot of your evil in the world. But if you're a good person, you know God, you're walking with him, money's not going to make you a bad person. It's not going to turn you away from God, because you're always looking to him as your source. You always recognize that it is he who gives you richly all things to enjoy. My friend, change your mindset about this today. Change your vibrational state about money. Know that God blesses you with money. God gives you and liberally gives you riches and wealth to enjoy, to give, to share, and to be a blessing in this life. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.